Good morning. It's that time of the month when we try to reach out to people that follow us and clients, give you a market update. It is, let's see, Tuesday for me, and you're watching this on Groundhog's Day, Wednesday, February 2nd. So here's some news. The groundhog, I guess I can't remember to see a shadow or not, but winter ends in March every time. So it's still fun. And I think it's National Signing Day. So maybe that'll be a good day for Georgia football team here. Where is it? Right there is my G. Wearing today. Here's the fact. I'll kind of get started. As you know, we like to track the numbers, compare them to different years, and try to gauge some intelligence about our market. And what we saw recently last year was that overall, that the market supply of listings was actually pretty stagnant, but the buyer demand had gone way up. Well, things are starting to change. We're going to look at the last 90 days and the first 31 days. And the news isn't great. It can change in the next 60 or 90 days, but ultimately, what you're going to see is not news that we're loving to report. And it's not due to interest rates, it's due to listings. That's what's impacting our market. So, right here, we're going to take a look at total new listings. I'm tracking 90 days back. So, we're going November 1st of 2020, basically 2019 into 2020, 2020 into 21. And just like right now, because we're in a new year, we're going to go back 90 days into November through January of the new year. So that's what these numbers are representing. And as you see the new listings to market 3 years ago, 483 in these 90 days, 493. Now, I remember feeling like the market was really low with inventory this time last year, but look at 2022. We are down 100 listings from the last 90 days last year and basically making 21%. And when you compare it to 2020, it's more like approaching 50%. Under contracts are down 15%. The prices, well, what do they continue to do? They continue to go up. We're at another 19% compared to those last 90 days. And then we're down on the total homes sold of 11%. Let's just look at the month of January. It's only 31 days, but it does tell you how our market gets started. Let's look at 2020, 230 listings, and that is pre-COVID. Can you think of that? Imagine a world. 2020, before COVID got in and we went to lockdowns, 230 new listings, 202 listings in 2021. And last year, we were feeling the same thing, like, oh, the market's so tight, there's not enough listings to meet the demand. But look at this first 31 days of this year. This is what's a little almost staggering. 131 listings. That is for Clark and Oconee County. That is not just one company or a couple companies. That is a big number. We are down 35% from 2021. We are down 50% from 2020. And as we mentioned in an earlier thing on a national update, the thing that's going to tell the tale of the market this year is inventory. It's not going to be the interest rates, as everybody thinks is the whole story. Interest rates are not the only driver in price. So prices are impacted by more than just interest rates. Under contracts, we're down in January 36% over last year. Price is up 31% from 304 to 443. We'll get to more on that later. And then the total homes sold relative to last year down 21%. Those are massive lag behind numbers as we start off this market. As I like to do, I usually have some graphs in here to kind of visually share. And this is the same thing. I'm looking at new listings, kind of tracking it as we went from the last 90 days. If you remember when I was back up here, this is sort of the graph talking about 90 days back, last 3 years. So what we've got here is, if you see in the blue line is representative 2019 to 2020 rollover so November to January. We were right here. Those listings dipped down in the bottom of December, and then they shot way up to over 230 listings as we came into 2020, right before COVID hit. Now here in 2021, what happened? We had some strong listings as we ended the year from November to December, almost stagnant, but we still shot way up in January to still having over 200 listings in Clark and Oconee County. What did not happen to us this year, which is disappointing for the man sitting at this desk and to many of the buyers that are in the market, we didn't see that in January. There's a lot of factors that could impact this. There's a lot of uncertainty, but if you see, we basically had almost more listings or the same in November than we did out of the gate in January. So we are way down. This red line is tracking way below where we need it. And it was a low inventory market before. Now, this is another graph that's just going to look only at the month of January, only at the month of January, last 3 years as we kind of head into it. So you can see here, 2020, we know that we had those 230 listings. 2021, we had over 200 and down 35%. So that's what's going on. That's what's going to tell the tale. Um, there's something that people need to be thinking about as sellers, because what's going on is, yeah, maybe Omicron impacted people not ready to sell. Maybe there's a lot of people that are getting ready to jump in the next 60 to 90 days. But when our inventory continues to be this low, interest rates may slow appreciation, but they're not going to stop it. That's a good thing. But we need signs in the yard. We need people willing to put their sign up and go forward. Please note that one of the things we talked about last time, and I want to get across to folks, this is the same graph I used before. There's been a lot of talk about interest rates. Oh, they're going up. Well, you know they're still low relative, right? You know that certain jumps only may impact your payment by $100 a month. So $100 a month equals what? 1,200 a year. Well, let's look at these price gains. We showed you this last time. This is Clark County. Basically saw a 62% increase from 2016 to average sale price of 298. Oconee County, it saw an even bigger increase from 319 to 479, 66% increase. Well, not only is that just sale price, that represents equity for home sellers. This is equity that gives you power to do things. And that's what you need to be thinking about is, what is best for me? Do I need to sell, take my equity, and maybe downsize? Do I need to improve my home because of the age of my home with my equity while these rates still remain 4 or better? So that's actually some of the things I think some of our sellers are being short-sighted on, is the cost of waiting, and to where some of our buyers, unfortunately, need to understand that as well, that just because interest rates go from 3.6 to 3.8, it doesn't impact your monthly as much as it would by waiting all this time to do something. Look at the gains each year. And if I'm telling you that the supply is this staggering low, how are we going to fix it? How are we going to stop property from appreciating? We don't want that to happen, but supply and demand, that's what's going to tell the story. The interest rates might slow down the amount slightly, but until we have some inventory, we're going to see the same things. So as usual, feel free to reach out to anybody here at 5M Realty. Wanted to give you this information. What we're doing right now is we have a lot of people that are getting their plan. Even as buyers, they know that they need to be ready to act when the property comes along. We have sellers. I'm looking at the board here with a lot of people that are this close. And if they get that close, that's that many more people that'll have an opportunity. And that's really what this is about, for families and for people to have an opportunity. So have a great week. Reach out to anybody here, info at 5M Realty, 5mrealty.com. Have Happy Groundhog's Day.